All right, welcome back to Journey to Ragnarok, episode 5. We are moving along. Last week, our heroes, or Vikings, decided to continue their travels from point A to point B, which is from Uppsala to Dreymandibu, encountering a horrific creature called a mare, going through the icy storm, and they had to deal with the unfortunate situation with bloody wolves, or shadow wolves, or whatever they want to be self-identified as, and just ended that battle. Let's begin. Right now, you guys are surrounding the camp. You just had to deal with a battle. 2 of them, I believe, got away, while 4 remain dead. 1 has been beheaded as the head rests, slowly getting burned away from the fire.
All in all, that went in our favor. I wasn't expecting that.
Listen, this head is could have been.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. Are you good?
I walk up and I spit like bloody gooberness on the main guy. I'm going to sleep.
Plus, I'll take first watch.
Why is it ringing? You guys need to speak louder.
I'll deal with this. I turn to her. Are you hurt?
Louder, boy!
Good. At least you can still yell. Are you still hurt? Insight.
Do we have enough supplies to make a second fire? Or enough close, dry-ish
I have a good
branches?
10.
Let's say you can try. Make a survival check.
10.
You can tell that there is some bleeding coming from her ears.
Come there, as I will go for her ear.
7? No. With the weather and how it is, and the remaining tinder that you have remaining in firewood, you have some troubles even trying to make a second fire.
Bleeding from her ear. I'm going to check to see if there's anything wrong with it.
That's a check.
17.
She got struck right above her earlobe. You can see that there's some damage. Could you treat it? Not with what you have. You're going to need some more assistance to it. You're going to have to find some type of healer to recover this.
Grab a stick. Start writing in the snow. You're hurt at the moment. Just rest for now. Is what I write. And then I point to it.
Do these guys have any warm clothes that are now laying dead?
No. Their gear looks situated as they've been painted up and ready for this upcoming battle. There's no signs of fur.
I'm going to start gathering the bodies. Basically, while everyone's occupied, I'm going to start gathering bodies.
I was gonna start dragging him.
I'm going to put them in a pyre-like place. And, I'm going to do a ritual. Give them safe travel, things of that nature. And then set it ablaze. That's my plan.
I guess that's what we're doing then. Because I was gonna drag them off. I tried to start a second fire and failed.
I'm looking for anything flammable on them that could catch fire, basically.
Survival check.
17.
You do find some stuff on them that you could use. I might have the docks and such. And put some twigs together from what you found. It's going to be a bit of a hassle.
It's going to be a slow fire.
It is going to be a slow fire. It takes you a full hour just to get it finally.
Can we take off their badges and kind of set them near us in case someone goes find them?
Do you?
That's something to do.
I didn't think about it, so I'm just starting it.
You can just kind of, hey, kind of set him off to the side.
I'm also going to put a ration on wherever he is sleeping.
That way, if someone does come across it, they identify it was what it was, and it wasn't just some random like forest fire or something.
You go ahead and go to sleep. I'll take watch for the entire night. Just to make sure everyone got plenty of eaten up besides me. So
You say so?
I'll take responsibility for the watch. Just setting that on fire and then keeping watch for the rest of the night.
Sleep.
Constantly moving to make sure I don't freeze myself, you know?
Gonna make me 2 perception checks.
11.
Back to see you snapping your ear.
Second one, 20.
You watch for the remaining of the night to see if any other attacks or situations happen. Fortunately for you, no. As the night carries on to the day hours.
That counts as completing a long rest.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone, as I'm starting to wake everyone. We should hurry along, not go to sleep with fresh blood. Let's keep going. As I'm going towards it, I, looking for the white crow. Right, Raven, sorry.
You look about, and as the time that you're looking out, you can see coming through the winter woods as it flies up and rests on a perch on your shoulder.
This way, as I keep going.
Gathering sticks again.
I'm going to sleep it. I'm just going to follow.
Yeah. We should make sure she's in the middle of the pack.
I thought she already was.
She's normally in the back.
Right in front of me now.
As you just get pushed.
Just kind of walks to your side, just kind of grabs you and kind of just pushes you. Just kind of. Just.
Yeah. Continuing onward.
Joke like this.
Throughout the day, though, eventually I want to kind of sidle closer to him. Say, are you good? I just don't know if it's normal for clansmen to attack each other. I'm sorry I instigated that. It looked bad. I'm sorry.
You young and foolish.
I don't know if you heard also I did put a ration over by you during the night. So you don't have to work.
If I consider this partially my fault, so if you need a favor, let me know.
You mean they brought it on themselves?
Yes, but it's more of me condoning what I just did. I shouldn't have done it. I apologize. I should have let you act instead of me, and for that I apologize.
I feel no ill will towards you.
Continuing onwards.
The weather roared and pelted you with its snow. The trees were visible every 40 feet. Every step was a struggle to maintain balance and avoid falling into the unknown hazards of the great forest. You continue forward, despite the conditions. Svenner and Ragnhild. Ahead, you find large stones erected upright, evenly apart by 10 feet.
How many?
Hard to say. Within your grasp, you're counting 2, maybe even 3, as you're pushing through. It's almost like they're going by, replacing that of the great trees.
Where are you in this formation? I assume it's him, you, her, me.
Are we walking in a line or 4x4? Or?
It's up to you guys. I literally just started taking lead. It's up to you guys how it formates.
I mean, unless you walked away from me, we would be walking side by side.
Side by side, then.
Because I wouldn't like try to get away from you.
I wouldn't have either.
Okay, so then you two up front and me behind her in case she shifted and wandered.
Sounds good.
The moment you step past the stones, the weather relaxes and flurries gently float to the ground. The wind absent and the sound becomes near silent, save for your gear and breathing. You find yourself in a Stonehenge, 60 feet all around. The outer ring was large stones, while the inner circle were half that size. In the center was a large crystal built of ice on top of a smooth rock. It was opaque, riveting with colors of blue, almost a bit unnatural.
Would I perhaps know about this place?
Let's say, do I know anything about glowing rocks?
A Staru check. Abby, give it advantage.
16!
Is that for me? Is that for me?
I got 19.
16.
From what you guys gathered from your 9, from your 16, and from your 21.
9.
I don't give a fuck about no star. The gods can eat it. I'm just kidding. I care about the gods, just not as much as some people.
Yeah, right, that's what I thought too!
Actually, Tim, go ahead and roll yours as well.
I'm not claiming it.
Wisdom.
15.
All of you know this. When you have stepped forth into the area, you feel this distraught, almost like a sense of malice has lingered in here. That the energies of this circle have been tainted or corrupt. From you three, you know that yes, this is an important site. This it holds the Futhark runes placement on each of these stones. If you can subtly still see the images lingering on them. Ragnhild, you know, judging by where you are, this is an ancient circle, looking at the rune placement and how the illustrations are depicted on the runes themselves, on the stones, that this has the same energies as the ancient dragon called Fafnir. A summarize of the story is a dwarf who could shapeshift into a dragon itself. You sense the energy coming from this Stonehenge.
Alright. And all the runes look right and nothing's been
Just
abnormally tampered with.
You can just feel the corruption of this circle. You can feel it. That there's this taintedness. You're unsure how or what.
Do I also feel that, or
Everyone feels that energy.
do I know how I would be able to get rid of it from my background?
From when you rolled, no.
Okay.
Would I?
Yes.
Oh.
The center of the runes is depicting a crystal that should not be there in that placement.
Does anyone else know what this is from?
No,
Huh?
nothing in particular.
It's from an old dragon cult. Called the Fafnir.
This is pertinent how?
Well, that stone's not supposed to be there, and I don't know what it's causing.
So it's a drawing of a stone?
In the center is this icicle-like spire that rests on top of a smooth stone, almost like ice has formed on top of it, but it looks unnatural.
Is the ice see-through?
Perception check.
18.
As you peer inside the icework, it is opaque as you're looking through. For a sudden moment, you see movement, almost like something is wiggling inside. You hear it.
Back up. Nope. Watch out.
As the whole thing begins to crack.
Just want to duck
You see
behind
me
one of the
draw my
stones.
bow.
The color begins to move and shift from it. A burst of wind shoots forth with a roar that sends chills down your spine. A pair of white and icy blue wings jut out with its reptilian-like creature. Its body was no bigger than a bear. It was covered from its serpent-like tail to its canine-like head with scales. It gripped the smooth rock as the tail wrapped around it. Its sky blue eyes became fixated on you. Horns protruded from its head that looked gnarled but slender. Its icy maw exhaled a cold wind that could freeze trees over. It rears back, taking in the air around it. It prepares to attack. Roll initiative.
A dragon?
A dragon already?
Hey, Nick,
Tails,
could you move me
dragon
behind the
tails.
stone back there? Put me as close to the edge up to that back stone as possible.
Of glory! Alright, what did we get?
11.
21.
25.
6.
Go team!
I was honestly almost like, hey Malazar, go touch that crystal. Out the game.
Svenner, you get to start it off.
Oh boy. I'm gonna run up to it. I'm gonna slash at it with my sword.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ask him nothing. I got 18 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit.
So that is 7 points of piercing damage. And I'm gonna follow through with a punch. That's a 13.
That's a miss.
Okay, well that misses. And then I'm gonna run over here, Nicholas.
You run up, take out your short sword as you apply it right into its face. Cutting a little bit, you can see one of its ice-like scales chip away. And then you strike at it, coming up short, taking a dart behind one of the 5-foot boulders.
Hi, boy.
I bought.
I went.
So,
Hello!
Next up on the list, Menage.
I'm going to exercise one of my additional languages that I have. And, say, why are you here? As I will quickly aim for a shot. If it's celestial. If that.
You speak to it in a different language, and it does not respond to you.
Okay. Since it doesn't respond, I quickly start aiming for its head and take a shot. 16?
That is a hit.
22.
As the arrow plunges right into its chest cavity.
If you want to stop fighting anytime, let me know. As I quickly then go right here.
Yeah. You need to make a Constitution saving throw as well as Svenner.
Oh, well, that sucks. Oh, well, that sucks. Dang it. That's okay. Con?
9.
13.
Nick 9, Tegan 18.
Nice.
You see it rear back its head, and as this breath tears around the stones, and it eats, so almost feels like it's eating away at your flesh, cutting it to the bone. His eyes, as it turns its attention to everyone else, jumps to the next stone as it lands on top of it. Next up,
This is where he kills him.
yeah, this is it. That doesn't.
He will get one shot. Just once I know.
Shoots one of his runic fire bolts, and he darts past the big rock. Next up is Nail.
I'm going to... Yeah, I'm gonna run up to him. I'm just gonna try and hit him. I'm not gonna do anything else. No.
How big is this thing?
The creature, it looks to be like a large, but it's slender body. It gets large.
Okay. Really good.
You come up short as it pulls back, and your axe just goes right past it, chipping away a part of the structure. Anything else, man?
No.
Ragnhild.
Draw my circle where I am. And put it on her. And then I'm kind of just gonna tuck up into this as much as I can.
Oh, I get disadvantage on that.
Yeah.
Not on attack rolls, I don't think, right? Isn't it just...
Disadvantage on
I have
checks.
level 3 exhaustion.
And yeah, attack rolls and saving throws.
What do we have? I don't know if I have any.
You lied to me. No,
Reroll Nick.
No one mentioned it. I thought we had a long rest.
Level 3?
you get long rest, but you still suffer throughout the night. Is that it, Abby?
Yeah, just gonna kind of brace for this.
All right, next round.
10, 20. I'm gonna throw a dart at it. It's a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's 4 piercing damage. Yeah, that's my turn.
You get close enough to throw a dart, hitting the right part of its shoulder. It scales, sticking in there. Next up is Menage. Before that,
Okay.
as almost in an instant, this ice storm surrounds it immediately, and it reappears on the rock or the boulder next to Ragnhild.
I pull out a snake-like quiver. Snake-like, I forgot the name.
Arrow.
Arrow, thank you. And I'm gonna take a shot. 16?
Hit.
Okay. 2 force damage. And then the next thing I'm gonna try to do is go 10, 20, 30. No? As I try and push into it,
Don't forget your speed attack.
I have 60 feet of movement right now.
Okay. So,
As this almost like a barrier stops you from going outside.
This is a fight about that time, as I will then go back here.
Monsters. Ragnhild, you suffer 14 points of damage as its maw comes right towards you. As you try to duck into it, it bites and you see blood cater to the ground. You feel this icy cold touch as it shreds part of your flesh.
It hurts!
Mouse, your turn. Okay, you don't get down. Nail, your go.
I'm gonna eat a javelin at it.
Okay, javelin's 30-60 or 31-20?
3120.
31-20, okay. You get disadvantage.
Why?
She's past. Oh no, she's not. With the
25.
You're right. Go ahead. What'd you get?
No, 8.
8. Yeah, that's as you hurl it, it hits the stone before it even meets him, redirecting its course into the snow.
I'm gonna go behind the stone.
Which one?
The
This one?
sure.
Okay.
okay.
Ragnhild.
I'm going to try and get on the other side of the stone, and I'm going to heal myself as far over there as I can get. And I'm going to heal myself. Yes. Ew.
Svenner, it'll be your turn. As you see that blizzard happen once more, as it appears back on the smooth rock, confronting Nail.
I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Do I know how to get? Do I know why it was cursed? Besides this, or when I knew like the original way of how to fix it.
It's gonna be another Astari check.
Can I do that while I'm healing myself?
No, you'll have to do it on your turn. Nick, it's your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna hide behind a rock and shoot it. That's what I normally do.
Well, then do it.
Yeah. Fuck it. I rage. Is there any easy? Is this thing looking hurt at all?
It does look bloody.
Good. I'm gonna shoot it with a snack arrow.
Okay.
A snack array. 16 plus a lot?
Hit.
16 for the normal. 3 for force. And then I will. I have 60 feet of movement. He does not get attack of opportunity on me. So, I'm gonna go 10, 20, 60.
And that's already had your movement.
60, yes.
You shoot another arrow right into its wing. It rips part of it, digging into its flesh. You can hear the cracking of more of its scales. Next up is the monster on Nail. I gotta roll this die to see what happens. Ooh, lucky.
Here's my death.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
It's like realigning your back. Oh! I feel better now, let's fight.
Nail, you suffer 5 points of damage as it bites at you. Doesn't get a good grip from the strike from the arrow. Its body turns to see who it's going to attack next. As it jumps to the next rock, do an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna attempt it. 22.
Hit.
Woohoo, finally.
You slash at it with your axe right into its hind leg. It jumps to the next rock. Malzahar, your turn.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Firebolt.
Don't hit me.
Firebolt, max damage.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it shoots out, solid. The fire really does some damage onto its wing, nearly taking it off. Nail, your turn.
I'm gonna try the javelin.
Okay.
Attempt. 13.
Does not hit. At the next javelin you throw right under the stone that it's on top of. Ragnhild, your turn.
And then I'm going to do my starter check and see if I know what the hell to do. 8.
You do know that a curse does linger this area, and you're unsure how to banish it, or get rid of it, or even repel it. Each one's different. You're unsure on each how a curse even inflicts sacred grounds. It just varies. This is your first ever time of messing with something like this. You've been taught about it, but not actually applying it.
I just know this hurts so bad.
Svenner, your go. As the dragon disappears once more onto the large rock next to Menasha.
How hurt do you guys?
5, 10, 15.
Oh, I'm bloody. One hit, I'm bloody.
If this dragon looks at me, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
throw
oh,
another
yeah.
dart at it. 23.
Hit.
6 piercing damage. Running real low on darts, guys.
How'd you like to kill it?
Yeah, it's pretty nonchalant. The arrow just goes right in its eye to its brain. It just slumps.
A dart or an arrow?
Dart.
A dart, okay.
Just it's like a metal spike.
As hard as you can, like a Hail Mary as you slide to the next stone. Hard as you can. You can see it go right into its jawline as it's getting ready to spew out more of its ice breath, and just and you hear cracking as it slowly just slumps to the ground, crashing right next to you.
What do we know about this thing? I'm not moving, man.
Of what? The dragon in specific?
This thing. Gonna come back. I'm gonna.
You feel the snow around you that was slowly, gently falling to the ground as it slowly less and less. And you almost feel this warmth like being next to a hearth of fire. Around you, the world seems to be chaotic as the winter continues to rage on, but not here. And for the first time in a long time, the snow beneath your feet begins to thaw, and you see grass and life once more. You almost begin to feeling renewed, like a sense of vitality. The smooth rock in the center slowly thaws, and you can see runes onto it. You guys are at max HP. Your exhaustion's no more.
Ooh. Thank goodness. I almost got knocked out from that breath.
One more
I almost
would've
got
done.
killed by that bite.
Yeah, I got dropped to 2 HP.
I could drop to 4. I didn't know if I was gonna move, so I was like,
I got dropped down to 23.
Oh, lucky you.
Wow, what a frontline fighter.
Yeah.
What's your max HP sound?
Why did...
think she got distracted last time we had this conversation.
No, it was about AC and she couldn't see the HP next to it. Is there anything else on your character you might want to correct, Blaine? I mean, I'm sorry. No, your character.
Looking at this creature, is there anything I can gain from foraging it?
Survival check.
19. My bad.
As you're carving and harvesting it, there is one thing that does stick out, and it's shiny. You've never seen anything like it. Your eyes are focused on it, and you have this sense of desire to take it for yourself, almost like acquiring materialistic wealth. It is beyond what you can imagine. You find it here, located next to an arrow that you shot at it. You see this like nice, perfect scale. Under certain conditions, as you're looking at it with light, it almost has this rainbow-like effect, and it feels much harder and more robust than any other scale.
I mean, if it feels like I want it, I'm going to take it. I grab it. Is it big? Look at it. This will help with recovery efforts. As I put it in my bag. What do I name this thing? A scale is what I have currently.
You can name it a white heart scale.
I would like to try to harvest some talents.
Survival.
How common are dragons?
That's a
Only
17.
heard it in stories and tales. All right, Tegan, go ahead and roll me a d4.
Can I help since I'm doing this anyway?
4.
One of its claws. I didn't put talent, I put claw.
1 claw.
Yeah. As you're harvesting it, you grab, pulling it, prying apart. You can see this ice-like blood. You get a whole fucking big-ass claw.
Can I go and just take a scale?
Yeah, you go up to it and you get a good little chunk of a few scales still connected with one another.
That talent ought to be a good knife. Make it into a good trophy knife. Perhaps. You did a good job, this one. What I'm saying.
Thanks, you too.
No, you did good.
These are rocks, right? Mm-hmm. And those are pillars?
Also, part of the boulder is just not as great and all around.
I'm gonna try and take a tooth.
Survival check. The difficulties are getting harder.
Right? I'm like, can I help any of these people? I'm not getting anything. I got what I need.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, proof.
4.
You try to take a fang and you destroy both of them.
Yeah, but that's just one piece.
Shay, when I was getting that claw, can I say I also carved me off a juicy dragon steak?
Survival check.
I want to assist with this one.
It's getting hard,
No,
guys.
this is actually one I wanted to work on, so I want to help on this.
Okay, go ahead. You both roll, and whoever has the, well, Tegan initiated, so we're gonna go with his.
No, I got 13.
Total? Wait, what'd you roll?
An 8.
I rolled a 2.
As you guys are starting to like try and really get into it and start carving, you see that the pieces are slowly like fading away. It's almost like the ice itself, like it was melting as the form itself was smaller and smaller.
It makes a tail.
That's it.
It makes a tail.
It's relatively big. It's a good lash.
Anything I can make for arrows. Anything that might help my arrow game.
So that will check.
How does a 21 look?
Do gets the smaller portion of its teeth, so you do acquire dragon fang.
A fang. I was looking
I thought she
basically.
destroyed both things.
She drew the big ones that it had. He was looking for smaller ones for the arrows. So
Maybe to help me.
So there's probably, with that roll, no chance I can chop a horn off.
I'd like to help.
DC's high.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to get like a nat 20 probably.
You actually both have the greatest chance of doing it. Here we go. Before it's gone, can you get a horn?
Nat 1.
Sick. I rolled a 2.
So how badly do I stab Nick?
Oh, wait, hold on. I refuse to help anymore.
As the thing just the form itself.
What's new around the circle here?
You see skeletal remains as it just kind of fades into the ground. Just almost like evaporation. Is there anything around? You notice that the symbols have become more apparent that this place is of sacred ground, for sure.
Are there any places to kind of sit and like kneel or whatever? Anywhere like solid to sit down?
Just wherever you prefer.
Do my own little thing for a minute while they're dealing with harvesting the rest of the dragon.
I'm going to look at these rocks and see if I can make anything of, like, we're literally in the middle of like a snow apocalypse.
Astaru. Like I said, inside the circle, it feels like a sunny day in the spring.
15.
15. Looking at the runes more clearly now, you can say that yes, this is a sacred ground. Looking how the runes are placed, the ancient Futhark alphabet. It's hard to say what it was actually used for. It could be initiated for more of a bounty, adopted more of the Freya rune. A semblance of giving life. Other than that, no, just has its own energies about the place, as you for sure are seeing as your wounds are slowly healing up.
Do I know what would be a good, not sacrifice, offering for Freya?
Fish, pelts, animals, blood, those kind of gifts.
Blood?
That's the sacrifice.
Ooh, grabbing mouth's hard.
Is it common for people to like cut their own hands and like bleed a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna do that in the center rock. Any damage?
No?
Okay. Well, I guess it would just be healed up, right?
Yeah.
Cut myself bleeding. Sealed.
I'm invulnerable!
What do I have to lose a finger? That didn't work!
I'm just gonna watch you and roar.
I do it with the dragon claw.
You see, you still feel this like icy tingle, and it takes a much longer for it to heal, but you feel it as the blood drips down onto the smooth rock. You do see a rune pop up in the middle of the smooth rock as you pour it over. One that you're not familiar with.
Hey, what's this mean? What are you doing up there?
I'm sitting in my little circle of runes, doing my own little thing. So you'll if you call out over there, I will get up and kind of shuffle myself
What are
out.
you looking at?
Walk up.
Oh, move your legs and look.
I'm moving.
What am
If I
I
knew what it
seeing?
was, I would have called you.
I'm going to walk over and see everybody else.
24.
You can tell by this rune, it is the Freya rune of Fehu. It looks like a line with two dashes from the center going outward.
Like this?
Yeah. Kind of like an F.
Does it look like this?
Yeah.
Does it look a lot like this?
Fehu. You can tell this is upright from where he was standing. You feel a surge of renewed optimism. Everything seems to go the right way. So Tegan, for 9 days, you gain a +1 to all ability checks, and a natural 20 is always considered a success.
Wait.
What? Hold up.
That's old rules is.
But not necessarily. We didn't put it on skill checks or savings throws. So this says on ability checks, which is skill checks.
Okay, okay. Hell yeah, dude. +1 to all ability checks? I'm better at you than survival, dude.
For the next 9 days.
For the next week and a half. How's it feel, bitch?
Right? What time is it?
Hard to tell.
Where is the sun in the sky?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Everything for the last time we've been playing has always had a forecast. You never
Just
know where
ask
the
me.
sun is.
Good to know. Hey! That's why I ask.
I'll give you an overcast.
It's not
I'm
dark.
gonna go too, but I don't want to correct him when he feels confident.
It's not dark.
I mean, you still got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dark. It's not dark. It's not getting darker. But
Yeah, but Overcast is one of those things where it's like, it's kind of dingy, it's kind of dingy, it's kind of dingy. Why is it nighttime?
Okay.
It's kind of happens with
You can kind of tell where evening is and night is.
It's like
By
these
very
days,
small.
constantly there's always clouds in the sky, so you're like, oh, is it going to snow? Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. But that's what I love about snow. Because white reflects light so much, is that even when there's a little bit of light, it seems so much brighter. I'm ready to head out when you guys are.
We should probably get going. The weird.
I actually would like to give an inspiration to Abby for figuring out rune stuff. She's a rune master and shit.
I did a thing.
Should,
I will, before we leave one of my rations on the thing though too. I can't not.
So weird. Listening captors.
Yeah, we just fought a dragon.
Yes. Any historical significance of the dragons?
That check was already made with a Staru, technically. And,
I meant more fate-wise, but okay.
a Staru check.
21.
No, but there is the mythological lore that you've heard about a dwarf turning into a dragon. That's the only real significance is. Fafnir.
Well, I'm looking more towards fate than stories. That's why I asked.
You mean like omens?
Yeah.
It's hard to say for this. You know that this whole area is sacred ground, and you know that there was a taint or a curse that was lingering on it that has now been removed.
Alright. Cool. Alright, it should be this way. As I start leaving everyone, I grab Neil and bring her with.
You just set stuff up there.
You guys continue to travel, and as soon as you hit side the Stonehenge hole, you feel the effects of winter once more. Survival checks.
24.
25.
8.
Ah, damn it.
You guys do find an effective place to bog down for the night.
Really
Try and
effective, I assume, huh?
get a
Three of us got
fire
over
going.
20. We were like, what's this? Tree falls away. It's a house. How the hell?
Get a good fire going.
Okay, so a fire and a safe place.
I am trying to find a good enough piece of wood that I can make into a handle for my new dragon claw.
Okay, so Robertson.
18.
You find one. Found one that's strong enough. Had to tear it from a tree itself, but all the other ones are too brittle. So, fire hood in one hand, a single looking good. What you're gonna
That's what I want to work.
Hey, while he's doing that, I'm going to be following behind him, seeing if there's any good for arrows. Just as he's like doing, this one's too weak. Not for me, maybe.
All right, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
I try my javelins.
I forgot to grab my darts.
I'm good.
I use the sling. I'll just throw rocks or chunks of ice at
9.
You try to find any type of like reasonably good arrows, but everything you grab is either brittle or too weak.
So, how are we doing watch since we know she can't do it? Same as normal?
I'm good for a watch.
Alright.
Before we bed down, though, I'm going to work on
Food.
carving this. Yeah.
I'll make everyone
Well, while everybody's making a
decent
soup or
food.
cooking or whatever, I want to try carving into this knife. I want to make it look like this dragon. I have wood carver's tools.
I know. Every time though. I've been watching the videos. It's Tegan just badly making these things.
I had one good one, didn't I?
Yeah, no, it was like 2 8s and a 7. Here we go.
No, didn't he make something before he had the tools? That was
Oh,
decent?
yeah. I blew it up.
Yeah, it was his buddy's somebody killed.
Oh, yeah, I rolled. Or no, I thought I rolled. Did I roll good for them?
Yeah.
14, I think.
I rolled decently good for those guys? Okay, that's good.
And then
Fuck
everyone
you.
else, everyone else is just a no.
What do I roll?
Your proficiency with them if you're proficient, and it's going to be dexterity based.
Okay, does it count as an ability check?
It does.
I got 20.
You don't want to toot your own horn here, but you start making it, carving it, look at it, just feeling good about it, feeling good, feeling great. Like, plot it in there. You had some leftover leather. You start wrapping it.
Well, I don't want to make it into a knife yet because I need to like treat the wood still. Otherwise, it's
You get all the basic stuff. Just a few supplies that you could use to enhance it, like using a certain type of animal dung to give it the adhesive feel. But the handle is perfect.
I'm
sweet.
just watching y'all.
So she's over there stirring. I'm like digging into wood, and you're just over there like.
I'm warming up our food on a fire.
Awesome. What?
I'm actually gonna try and work on her, try to get her hearing back. Just see if I can lessen it at all, even if it's like something. Yeah.
Literally a sound.
I'm gonna try everything between cleaning out the ears to just bapping her on the head.
You have a healing kit or healer's kit?
No,
Just anything?
anything.
Disadvantage medicine check.
Yeah.
Shay, is this considered a dagger or a short sword?
You are
Based on-
so goddamn strong. You will be fine.
Dagger.
Takes tree branch.
First one's a 3.
Could it get lower?
Okay, second one's a 3. But my survival? What is it? What am I?
Medicine.
It's medicine.
Medicine?
It was medicine.
I couldn't remember. My bad.
This will hurt.
I even forgot that was a check. Not gonna lie. No, not at all. But it's wisdom based, so I got at least plus 3. I believe it's plus 3. Yeah. So 11. As I'm just seemingly trying, I'm not really making her.
Yeah, you are pulling anything you can figure out.
My homemade remedies.
Yeah, blowing into it, any remedies, water, snow water in the ear, anything, and it's just not having any effect.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
After the end, I just kind of sit next to her and watch the rest of the group. Because that was kind of my plan for the rest of the night. Because I can't start work on the arrows till I have the shaft.
Okay.
Thanks.
How cold do her ears look?
I'd say everyone's pretty cool. It's hard to see hers because she's wearing a helm.
Oh, it's hers. Okay. At least. Compared to her hearing.
Oh. You're not badass now.
I will. Here's what I'm going to do.
Oh,
I
no.
completely forgot. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. White Raven. It's right in her ear, but she can't hear me, so it's fine. White Raven!
The raven comes back from like a perch on high and just flaps and lands on that perch on your shoulder.
How have you been? Safe? Mind if you watch over her tonight? Thank you.
Pretty good.
He just jumps on the other side of the shoulder, like a sideways jump.
She's cute.
Just, I'm sure you can figure it out. Watch her. She's asleep, watch. As I will feed it a piece of my ration.
Starts just digging into it.
And I will let it off. Let it fly.
And night fully comes.
You want me to roll any perception checks for taking watch?
Go ahead.
22.
Seems like the night goes on without any issue. The woods are quiet. You can feel a storm brewing. Other than that, the weather.
I throw sticks at him until he wakes up.
What?
You're like covered in like 10 sticks.
teeth anymore.
Yeah.
They're all about this long.
Fire.
Yeah, like I'm flicking them at you like this.
Yes.
You're second, right? Or did I
I'm
miss you?
normally third, but I don't think so much.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm good.
Check this out. I'll show you my dragon handle.
That's a good one. Did you is it finished or are you still working on it?
Yeah, I do it a lot. I have this one. This is you.
It looks really good.
This is Nail.
Can you tell? It looks very good, actually.
You can see your hair right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is your sword. This is your cloak.
Doesn't she normally have a great axle?
I have to pitch it in the fire.
It looks really good. Did you do that yourself recently?
No, I'm showing you stuff other people made.
I don't know. You could have hired them or something. It looks really good.
I'm just that good.
I would like this section.
That's first my insight.
I mean, I did pretty good.
I got it.
Oh, no.
Oh my
You
god.
beat me.
I was really hoping you got an ad.
This is all right. That's fine. It looks very good. Are you going to make more? I appreciate the effort.
That's like a protective talisman.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, as long as nothing happens to it. It has to look as good. Like it has to be good though.
It has to look like
right.
that?
Since that one didn't look like her.
Yeah, the actual, that makes sense.
Yeah, I also haven't given them to you guys yet. So
Oh, okay, okay.
That's why I protect only you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Do you need any help in making them?
You think you can do better than that?
No.
Chris.
I do not believe I could.
Then I'll work on it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for all chasing away my inspiration. The hell?
Is the snail?
Was that actual inspiration?
No.
Oh. Hey, did I get inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah.
For what?
Me!
Oh.
That whole conversation. Oh, it was too good.
I'm making it
Oh, that was way too good.
I like it. I think the next one you should try
Oh my
it
God.
a lot. I think you'd like it.
Oh
I
my
get a
god.
weird feeling from him. I don't think he's gonna be good.
As you look over, you can see his eyes are open. He's going,
He's a frail creature.
He's a frail man.
Throw the
Now you put a
stick.
stick in his mouth. Can I? You know what? I stealth this or slide a hand?
slide hand.
13.
You put it in his mouth, just
Sorry, that fell on your face.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
goes look on the side, back against the fire.
Have a good
Oh my god, that was so perfect.
Hey, you guys fight dragons a lot.
I wish might be more exciting.
Yeah, definitely not terrifying.
Oh, it's terrifying, but it made me feel more prepared for the challenges to come.
Fighting tougher stuff than a dragon.
If fates are the way they are right now, fates don't get worse before they get better.
That's sucks.
Yes, I agree.
I feel worse having talked to you.
I'm sorry.
Good night.
I'll be honest. Good night. I'm busy working on the arrow.
Alright. Yeah, you're trying to like anything, just try to make an arrow.
I rolled a 5.
You try to make some arrows, it's just not working out. Every stick that you find, just not to your
Not a healthy force.
not good.
Yeah. That's how much it look. I guess I look for a Ragnarok Poker. Awake. Ragnar! Your turn.
Take a fail.
Who's gonna put this in the tent?
I am.
Oh, you are?
13.
You watch this night, waiting for the early hours to come. A noise does get your attention. It's subtle, it's soft, it's in the distance. It doesn't sound quickened. It doesn't sound like it's trying to hide. As your eyes slowly peer into the woods, you do see a family of deer as they're passing through, just finding something to eat. And you only catch them, they're probably maybe 60 feet away from the camp. You can tell by the firelight in their eyes as they look towards you and slowly continue what they're doing. One always watching you. Eventually, they pass. Morning comes.
I was going to say, if I could take one of my rations and take... I don't know if they could eat any part of my rations. If there was, I was going to put off to the side and just kind of, when you eat off, kind of far off so they have a chance to eat it.
That's up to you.
If I have it, I'm going to do it.
Alright, we'll go ahead and use another ration. We are keeping track of our rations?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
I didn't have to lose one this time because she gave me one.
There is a heavy snowfall that happens on this day. There's no wind chill, so you just see the thickness of snowflakes coming down. It's one of those nice cold. You do start losing your way though. The path starts going off. Survival check.
26. 3.
11.
I was thinking I had 6.
15.
It takes you guys maybe 5 minutes, look at your bearings. Helping one another, you find the path almost immediately, using some assistance from the Raven, as well as your lay of the land. You know the course. Nothing happens. No encounters today. Nighttime.
Oh, man. I'm supposed to be doing exhausted. It's my bad.
Survival check.
This is to find a place to stay, right?
This is, you should be there by the next day.
I'm in
CX.
exhaustion. Yeah.
1.
Well, I have disadvantage. 10.
CX.
17.
Sven, unfortunately for you, you do find a place to bog down for the night.
It's just big enough for one person. Darn the luck.
You do find a collapse of 3 boulders mixing with one another. 2 people, one in each could stay in there. Yeah, stay there, get a fire going.
Big enough for how many people?
2. It's good for if there's a wind shift, but you also have a tent, so 4 people.
Okay. I was just saying, because Malhazar was going to stick out in the cold then. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Sorry about it, pal.
He's in his cloak. Fuck you guys.
Your watch for the night, buddy.
Oh yeah, we're on watch. While we're traveling, can I keep an eye, since I see him obviously trying to make arrows and stuff, can I keep an eye out for some decently good wood?
Go ahead, roll survival.
I mean, I'm grabbing 6 as we go. so-
24.
You do find 4 pieces of wood that will be perfect for it. Just a little whittling here and there, it'll work out.
Okay. So with my wood carver's tools, it says as long as I have enough wood, as part of a short rest, I can just make 5 arrows, and as part of a long rest, I can just make 20. Okay. So it means I wouldn't have to roll a check, right? I would just be able to make however much I have wood for.
Yeah.
Okay. So then instead of carving any, damn it, I just had a word, figurines for these guys. I'm just gonna craft some shafts or arrows and get some. I guess.
Take note of the white raven, as some of its feathers always go down, so you can use it for arrow back of the arrow.
Yeah. That's what I do as part of my long rest. While we're sitting down to eating whatever, I'm just making perfect shafts and then twanging on
Gross.
the stuff.
This night, I'm going to speak with animals. And calm down.
Comes down on the perch.
So,
Good berry. There's a 9 more. If you reach for him, I'm like,
anything odd on this
it's
horizon?
just like a good berry.
I have not seen anything Raven speech. It's been quiet. But we're close. We're close.
I have a request, if possible.
What request do you speak of?
May I call you something besides White Raven?
If you desire.
How about memory?
If that's what you truly want to call me, so be it.
Thank you. I have one other request for tonight, if possible.
You demand a lot.
I will be feeding you more as the demand, I promise. Watch over her tonight. She's not doing well. She cannot hear. You guys all hear.
Well, most of us hear you.
This weird.
I'm just.
I'm looking over at these arrows like I should snap these motherfuckers back.
What's the matter with her?
She cannot hear.
Why?
Not sure. We're going to take her to the nearest town and figure it out. And with that, I quickly grab half of my ration this time, so I'm eating half tonight, and give
Harry?
it to him.
Okay. Yeah, you seem like picks at it.
I'm gonna I have utensils, right? I have a utensil kit.
Wait.
Do you have a mess kit?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah.
Wait, can I just like throw one of my berries at you?
Me?
Yeah. When you like give him like, I can tell like you tear half of it up into him. And just kind of toss it in your lap.
It's up to you if you want to, girl.
Just in your lap. It's just nice.
What's this?
Food. To keep you full for a day.
It looks like a small berry, so I'm just like,
No, it's like an apple. It's like an apple.
oh, it's an apple?
Kind of like an apple.
Does that mean you're not cooking tonight?
I don't have any rations to cook, but I will cook if people want me to cook.
I sat down my wood set.
I
and
just-
go try to forge some stuff.
I just saw that he gave it half his
Oh,
rations,
so
so I
you're
was like,
foraging too?
I have this. Take it.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
I do have my
I
background.
have 7 more of them.
I need another.
You're full for 24 hours.
I'm gonna need another.
Oh.
Can she eat another one?
Oof.
It won't stab. It doesn't stack.
You heal +1.
You might be enough.
10.
You go out and try to forge. A couple hours go by. Woods are too dark, hard for you to see. You try.
Can I at least find just like some pine boughs? Just like a branch with like a bunch of pine needles on it.
Find on the ground. Like, all right, from the falling over trees, you grab 2 of them. Just
Oh, I don't need anything that big. I literally needed a branch like this big. I'm just gonna make some tea out of it.
Yeah.
You get some.
So because I have the good berry, and I'm assuming she explained what it does, or are you just handing
That's why I said
She said it
it'll make
feeds
you
you for a
full
day.
for 24 hours.
Okay. I'm going to feed him the entire ration.
All right, you see he only eats half the ration and just can't eat another bite. Just eventually just flies off.
It's like nice and sweet, not like eating straight sugar, but nice, smooth, and sweet.
But I'm off the bed. I want a night for myself, and this one will be mine. As I quickly go into the tent.
Thanks. I'm gonna eat one of her good berries and then
Does
I'm gonna...
he eat one of my good berries?
Malzahar?
Yeah.
No, he's good.
I will then go out and kind of just throw them off. So if something eats them, something eats them. If not, they rot in the morning.
So you're feeding wolves.
Don't know if I'll eat it.
Just gonna boil some pine needles in my mess kit and then filter it out and drink some pine tea.
It does not taste the best.
It's an acquired taste.
It is an acquired taste.
It's something we've gotten used to as people who travel out in snow. because you may not be able to eat a hot meal, and drinking hot water is sucky. But drinking hot water with a flavor is a little less sucky.
Melt the snow in one pot using your little pot for the switch.
Yep.
First watch.
I'll take it. It's 18.
Right. You listen out in the woods. Quiet. Eventually the snowstorm, or I'm sorry, the heavy snowfall, less and less, until it becomes a light flurry. Nothing happens during this night.
Okay.
Hmm.
Your turn.
Hey. 9.
Everything is okay.
Everything
Let's see.
seems to be just fine. As
As
the,
I kind of circled the camp and grabbed some sticks to keep the fire up, so that helps a little.
you go around. Everything seems to be in order. The light flurries that you saw when you woke up is now to nothing, as the snow finally becomes settled. It's still dark out. You do hear a few strange noises in the woods, things that you've heard before. A little snap of a twig here and there, but it sounds consistent and light and soft in the distance.
Yeah. Keep that going. And eventually just kind of
Yeah.
take a shift.
Before you go off to whatever sleep you're going, I'm looking around to make sure no one else is awake.
Everyone looks to be asleep.
Do you ever not trust it?
Do what?
The fates.
Do I ever not trust it?
Yes. Omens, even.
Sometimes you just have to believe what you want to believe. But it can make for comfort at night.
I guess what I'm more trying to ask is, do you like the fates?
Sometimes they have steered me to a little wrong, but I've never had reason to be totally against them.
Just
But it also is the way how you think about it.
Mhm.
They think about it one way and it's not the way you think.
I was just curious. You couldn't go have your sleep or whatever.
You need anything up here?
Do now be using the rest of my night to watch.
There's a small pile.
13.
One fire.
For the rest of the night, nothing happens as day comes to you quick.
Alright, everyone up and at 'em. Let's go.
Get up, pack up.
Shake now.
You guys continue on your journey. Today, no snowfall, barely any wind as you continue your trek through Svidjod. The sky remained a gray color even during mid-afternoon. A slow wind moved the clouds above. Behind you, the great forest of Svidjod has become less dense as the great mountain Novgorod stretches before you. They say the mountain devours the ill-prepared, be it man or animal. In the distance you spot a large village. A dark gray and black smoke rises from the center. You also spot a camp set up in the middle. Banners of Odins Eye can be seen. You also take note, the smell of death lingers on the smoke.
This may not be safe.
Agreed. Looking at you, where is your tribe's identification located?
Oh, you don't see it readily.
Okay.
Displayed.
Okay.
I feel like we have to stop there, or else we're going to freeze to death.
Shay, do I know this as a Odins Eye encampment?
Intelligence check or an austerity check?
9.
9. You've never traveled this far south before, so you're not too sure which affiliation they actually like.
Okay. Oh, so it's not... Okay.
This is clearly a sign of,
Shuffle my badge a little farther under.
Do note that even if you hide your recognition or symbol, they also could or something inside you. Because it could be as simple as just like where you hail from, judging by how your gear is made.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, like I have a wolf cloak with a wolf head. It's pretty obvious what clan I'm with.
Yeah.
Like bear warriors are their impeccable size would give off like where they come. Even certain tattoos and markings that you have listed on you could even give you that representation. Does it help? It does help to hide your affiliation.
I'm just
Question.
small.
If I were to enter there, would they shoot on sight, or knowing Odin's Eye?
No.
Okay. Knowing Odin's Eye, if I brought him in, shoot on sight? Would they let me at least explain myself?
Probably. They're not so uncivilized. So, I mean, Odin's Eye is more of, it's hard to explain. They're like Kajal Horn. They're not like uncivilized, like they actually have like, better relations with a lot of people, and they're more onto the seafaring aspect.
How far away is this village?
Good half a mile from where you are.
So I think we couldn't get away with going in there. It's up to you guys.
I think we just wouldn't be able to be stupid, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'll decide.
Okay. Shay, as we're going, I'm going to make myself look rougher than what would normal be. Going to make myself look more worn and torn, seemingly via weather.
Okay, so I want to say let's go with a disguise check. You don't have a disguise kit, so you can't use that. You're not proficient in it, so...
I'm not trying to even disguise myself, right? I'm just trying to make myself look bad.
Charisma based.
I can tell you, I look bad.
14?
Not that, like, tired bad.
You manage to even change like kind of your stance and make yourself look rough or wear. There's some subtle differences that you've altered.
Yeah.
I look like I've been lost.
Making away. Just keep going. I'm gonna try and falter back a little bit more. Basically, I'm making it to where I appear more in danger than I actually am. That's what I'm going for.
I look pretty helpless as it is.
As you guys approach within 200 feet, you can smell the death from the smoke even more potent. You can tell that there's no fighting. You don't hear any screams. It's relatively quiet. You do take note that there are a couple of guards stationed at the entrance. Their shields hold the symbol of Odin's Eye, a blue and red pattern cut in 4. 2 circles intersect in the middle where an eye is displayed. I got a picture, so you guys know.
Fuck him, no.
Heard that.
Here's where now comes in.
I gotta pee. I was waiting for a break, but...
Okay. Yeah, we can break.
Yeah, we can break here. Why not? Let's proceed. You guys make your way to the entrance as you see a couple of guards spot you. Where do you hail from?
What do you say? I gotta find names. I can't hear.
The last town we were at was Varn Pharaohs, right?
Bonfros, yeah.
Cool. That's not a good idea. Never mind.
Speak!
How far away are we?
You're good. You're looking at 30 feet away.
I'm traveled from Uppsala.
Do you speak for everyone? Our Jarl wants to see you.
Just I'll kind of just grab your like sleeve or something. Kind of just walking around with you.
You guys make your way. They escort you through
I
the
am
village.
hyper vigilant.
Same.
I'll let you grab on them.
Can I just make sure that no one is around staring at us? Because I'm sure there are a few.
Make a perception.
But
My hand is also on my short sword hilt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking around too, seeing if anyone looks sus.
It's alright.
I'm too busy going into the act.
The village looked abandoned. Soldiers of Odins Eye walk among the hollowed hamlet. A pyre was set up in the center, next to a few tents. Two soldiers assist one another in tossing the dead onto the stack. Heavy smoke continues to bellow out, rising high into the sky. Being this close, you can feel the air of it stinging your eyes.
Can I see what's burning in the pyre?
Like looking at the pyre. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm okay at those. How's a 10? How are we? Are they marching us in a line or in a group or?
More like a group.
Okay.
Walking by the pyre, you see the unfortunate souls taken too early by Hell herself. Something odd catches your attention. Some of the bodies look to have been crushed, while others were torn in half as they're throwing these bodies onto this pyre.
You guys hear like a low like snarl.
Keep on walking.
I hear what?
A low snarl.
He hears nothing.
Well, I said you guys, so
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because you threw yourself and you guys.
The guards lead you to the largest tent. Inside, you find a man leaning over a table with a map on it. He wears scale mail and a reinforced shield on his back. Leaning against the leg of the table was a worn battle axe. The handle was reinforced with leather, and the head shined better than any other axe you've seen. He was in the younger side of middle age. His beard was black and well kept. He turns to face you. A mean scowl remained on his brow. Eyes were brown. You note an impressive circlet on his head, a ruby in the center, and two small emeralds flanking it. He straightens himself, standing roughly 6 feet, maybe taller. My name is Jarl Gundabald. What brings your ilk here?
My name is Manaja. We are here to take refuge from the storm.
If you seek refuge, you can use one of the buildings here.
More than willing to help with whatever you need.
No need. You may stay the night. You'll be on your way.
Thank you.
Just kind of.
I am. I'm basically bowing. As well as I can, which is me like in pain bowing, you know. You are most gracious.
Kind of get a hold of you. Starts getting you going.
Just going where you tell him.
Svenner, as you guys are leaving the camp, you take note that by the time you leave, your last one, you do overhear a small part of conversation from the Jarl to one of the guards. You hear, keep an eye on them. You guys do?
Are we being directed towards our?
You have left the large camp. You see that there are guards stationed here and there. Total, you count about 10 of them.
I'm going to keep up the act, but still try and help. You know, act more frail than I actually am, which is frail, but not that bad. Everyone, try to make yourself useful. As I go try and.
Going about, some few things that do stick out to you from where you are as you're walking. You take note of 2 bodies that look to have been impaled at the edge of the encampment. Not necessarily the village, but inside, as I mentioned, with the camp, you see 2 young individuals impaled.
Marking, I'm assuming, is wolf. Because
Insight.
from what I remember, this was a wolf settlement.
I was also going to ask about that.
Insight or investigation?
Yeah, it says insight.
I'm just gonna try and find
yeah.
a safe place that
17.
10.
we can stay. I'll kind of drag her with me.
You can tell looking for you. You can tell looking at them, they are young. They are wolves.
Yeah. I whisper a quick apologetic prayer, quickly, as I... Are they impaled to the ground on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I shouldn't pick them up, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
It looks more like a warning to those of the wolves.
I'm gonna ask around, see if I can find a healer of sorts.
You ask around, going from the buildings, each one empty, abandoned.
I'm more looking towards the Odins Eye than anything. Not really, because I know that they've taken
I'm the
over
one
this
that's looking
encampment.
for a good safe building.
You can tell that each of the Odin's eyes looks to be some type of a guard or somebody underneath. That they're just doing from watching, keeping an eye out to moving bodies onto a pyre. From the buildings, looking about the village, you note that some of the houses have been damaged. A wall, broken from the outside, shows signs of something powerful happened here. A 7-foot wide hole, no effects were taken on the inside. Another home had its door ripped off and then some. But everywhere you go, there's no one here. Just Odin's Eye.
Yeah, if I could find one that has like just the door ripped off. If they're all busted, then that's what we do.
You do find a good house, a good home, that everything is intact about it. It does have it's on the edge of the village, where there's, on one side of the house, it does have like this 10-foot drop off. But that side, you can see that appears toward the Great Forest, Svijod. But that seems to be the best house out of all of them.
Does it have a fire pit or a fireplace in there? Okay. I'll kind of gather some stuff to start a small fire going. And warm it up in there.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I was
Refuge for the night, and then continuing on our way. Just to get rid of some of the edge, because
Oh, right, this is the stop off town. I thought we were at a destination. Sorry, that was out of character.
yeah.
You do know this town is Dreymandibu.
Looking around, I'm also gonna try and eavesdrop a little bit, seeing if there's any whispers of what's happened here. Because I'm assuming it was an attack, right?
Wait, are we in this house that we just got? And you just walked out?
No.
Pause real quick. You guys, you 3 are still around in the town.
Yes.
You are out of the large tent where the Jarl was. You are in a house that you have favor that you are going to make for the night. Okay. Malzahar's with you, just kind of, seeing how the house is. But you 3 are out and about
Sorry,
in the
I
town.
thought we were at the house.
And then I'll be, once I got a fire gun that's gonna stay, I'll be going out and finding you guys.
I'm gonna also keep an eye out on the guards. Not really listening, but I'm going to try to see if they mostly travel in pairs or if they ever single themselves out or anything like that.
For you two, can go ahead and roll a insight or investigation.
5 insight. I like 6 insight.
You watch them. They usually go anywhere between pairs to by themselves, not for long. And they're really quiet. They keep to themselves. They have a task that needs to get done. Maybe saying a few words here and there, but nothing relevant.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and...
You find the house where she's like bringing in some firewood to kind of assist in that matter. The warmth of the house is starting to return, as if it's just a hollowed catalyst.
I'll just pick the wood for do all the heavy lifting stuff.
I'm heading back as well. There's not much I can do here without seeming suspicious. So. Gonna head to the house.
What are you trying to not seem suspicious about?
Why I'm here?
Why does that matter? The crow sent us.
Oh, I'm sorry. In character. Because if they ask why we're here and we see the crows, why did the crows send us? It's all vision of the town in smoke. It's not good. Quietly. Very quietly. But
I mean, what are they going to do? Attack the crow?
there has been instances where the Odins Eye had gotten frisky with the crows, right?
When it comes to the crows are neutral. They play neutral for all the clans. So getting the crows being on their side is beneficial to them since they adhere to the old ways and the gods and even their magic. So a crow is essentially neutral. The only ones that are truly having a time are the Shadow Wolves and the Odin's Eye.
Okay. I guess I can try looking into it a bit more, but I really don't feel well.
I'm just saying, I'm getting itchy. I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here either. Probably just one night, maybe.
But you have to figure out why you were here. The crow sent you here for a reason.
Yes, to make the fate. See what's going on here. We found out what happened. They attacked. I'm going to try and get more information while we're here, but...
I don't think anybody should go out alone.
Agreed.
They said something about keeping an eye on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go out at all.
Understood.
Whatever Ragnarok times, that's where I'm going to stay, so...
I have what the thing said. Yeah. Okay. I guess what I'm gonna do is head back. Is head to the house. That's my first goal. More stuff is gonna happen.
I'm gonna go
but that's my
find
first.
her.
Well, you guys meet each other at the house. As you see Ragnhild, Mael, and Maldahar existing on, once they're sprucing up the house, but getting it to stay for the night.
Find anything?
Nothing besides what I assumed would happen. Looking around, anyone listening in?
Perception.
Hey, that was a pretty good roll. That was a pretty good roll. That's a pretty good roll. 19 plus 3, so 22.
You did look at a quick survey as you go from window to window, and you do find one window as you open it up. You see two guards that are whispering to each other, but they're a distance away. Looks like one of the guards is doing something, also listening, and he looks toward the house that you guys are staying, and he nods. The guy walks away and just continues to...
Before we leave, we need to, for certain, make sure that they are the one who calls us. But we leave tomorrow morning.
Of course.
We're going to make it look like we're still heading the direction we were heading.
Back to
Yes. That's our plan to go. Aye.
But
We
why
could
this
do-
town?
We could also say that we got lost on our way to the other town that's between here. And that we're just gonna go back there.
Why this town? From what I saw a few young ladies back out in the square. They had your mark.
But why this town?
What do you mean?
The Odins Eye have been attacking Shadow Wolf towns forever. Is this just a random one, or is there something here? You said we were brought here by fate.
This is the one they had us stuck on.
They were, so from what I remember, it was the village and a large pillar of smoke. We saw that. I'm not sure, out of game, how this fate works, right?
No one does.
So, I saw it, and I'm assuming, hey, bad. That's why we're here.
they'll probably keep going, is my main thought.
Right. Also, to assist you in that matter, this is D&D, guys.
Yeah, I kind of want to...
Ask questions. For instance, wait, we had a weird dream last night? Yeah. What does the smoke bellowing out mean? I start with check. What does the wolf howling mean? I start with check. This is a game about asking questions, and I'm giving you specifics. If you don't ask for specifics, I'm giving you what I got.
Yeah.
Now you guys, half of you are lost.
How about me?
I said half of you. You're asking questions. These are important. So, with that, let's proceed.
Okay. I guess with that, I'm going to recollect my dream. And now with the knowledge that I have here, I'm going to try and piece it together. That of the smoke billowing, the crows, and the wolf and the banner. The kid I'm not really worried about at the well. And I made sure no one was listening. My guess is I'm going to roll this time, but I'm going to work it based off of how good I rolled. I rolled nat 20.
Okay,
So for the first
23.
one, for the bellowing out, you know, judging by your dream, it was far. It was far away. The smoke and the way it looked is the exact same presence as the smoke that you see escaping from this pyre. You know that those things have the same recollection, like something is there.
Okay.
You're in the right place, but you're unsure what this means.
Okay. As is right now. You're better at this than I am. So I want you to pay attention. The pyre in the middle is emitting a smoke. That means something. There's a pyre in the middle of town. As is, I think something might come of the gigantic pyre that we need to warn them about. I'm not sure.
Or the surrounding environment that it's in.
Can you think of anything that perhaps could help us in this situation? I'm not one or all of it. I know certain things.
But I'd be able to another try and be quiet and stuff.
Insight.
What are you guys talking about?
12.
12. Noise has gotten your attention. So as you see them, as all three of them are talking to each other and reading their language, something that really doesn't interest in you. So you not necessarily knowing that you need to be quiet, but it's kind of like they're doing their own thing. So
We could see what kind of happens throughout the evening and if anyone says anything, but
I could send out a good guess.
if we
Wish.
pry too much, it might cause suspicion, if you would think. But I could try and see if I can ask the guards to send another sign to us.
Of course, but you want to hear what my thought is first? This fire might be the reason the war is caused. The banner's up on the hill.
I mean,
This fire will be the breaking point, I feel.
once the wolves find out, probably. I wouldn't be too happy about it.
We need more
The
information.
war is already going on.
This will
Yep.
be the point that everything breaks out. The crows will have to join something.
That it gets
It's
much,
important.
much worse.
That much I know. I'm just throwing stuff out there because you know more than I do about this stuff.
I have my own grasp on things.
So what's your thought?
We don't know what happened, but this is what we're looking for.
Why don't you ask what happened?
That's what I'm going to do next time I go out. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
I don't pretend to know the machinations of crows.
Yes,
So, I'm merely traveling with you guys as a guide,
I appreciate it.
and now I'm in the middle of an Odins Eye encampment.
We're getting out soon.
Right.
We
So
have
sit here with a mission, with an idea, and we can't leave without those questions answered.
Sure.
So,
If we have to leave in the middle of the night, we have to leave in the middle of the night, too.
Why would we have to leave in the middle of the night?
If anything does happen,
Do you think they're going to attack first?
No.
who knows?
No. They should attack us. I get up. Nice eye. You. I'll be back.
Careful.
Boss.
I'm going to keep an eye out through all the windows and everything like that. Basically, I'm going to keep watch.
Follow in?
I'm gonna go to a guard.
Okay.
Any old guard. Preferably a younger.
Yeah, you see his sleeves are raised up as he's grabbing another body.
Hello. I was wondering if I can ask a question.
See, he's got his helmet on, put the eyes straight down. What question do you ask?
What happened? Yeah.
It's a bit tragic. We are. You heard about an attack from the coward wolves. This village, Dreymandibu. But heard of some assault that happens above me. We got here as fast as we could. Next thing you know, brethren lay dead. Village is torn apart. Half broken. As he looks at the one on the ground, you can see like an arm broken 3 different ways. Like some animal came in here. We caught 2 of them. And he points to the 2 shadow wolves impaled for what they did. That is a kindness.
What? You only caught 2? Why did the other ones go?
Scurried off. Ran away like the cowards they are.
What insight him? Go ahead. Specifically, him saying scurried off. No, they're not 20.
Go ahead, add your stuff to it.
Plus 3, so 23.
You can tell from his story on how everything was, looking at the bodies, knowing how you've been attacked by shadow wolves. The story does not add up. Something does not add up.
Do you mind if I look at some of the people? This was actually a place to stay for me for a while.
Yeah, if you want. Go there into the fire. They're burning as we speak.
I'm going to quickly, because I know they're burning, look, see if I can find gash marks, more animalistic than weapon, basically.
Survival check.
Can I please roll to see if I can see like anyone watching that?
Perception.
I think it was 13.
Yeah, you look over and you do see one guard looking at you. He's watching the area. He does lock onto you guys more than normal. Still scouting out.
18.
You spot, going toward the pyre, as you're looking, seeing the torn bodies, you do spot inhumanly large footprints heading into a nearby bush. It looks to be heading south, into the forest. The tracks themselves look to be a couple of days old. Not as fresh as Odin's Eye. You also know that the tracks were more depressed than usual. Especially near when you step, the heel area. You can tell that it was running. Erratic movement. 2 situations, you can tell that it looked back twice.
Do I recognize it?
You do.
Okay. Figured. I just want to be sure. Alright. I pointed the tracks. As I started heading back to the guard, who talked about the fire. Thank you so much. I will. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Magus.
Magus?
Magus.
I'm going to put him as an enemy with a question.
Okay.
As I said, I'm local around here. I figured I might as well warn you guys about the flora and fauna here. It's quite dangerous. Be careful. It has taken many good men.
Thank you for your concern.
I know you're more than capable, though. He's jamming.
Be on your way.
Of course. Can I insight that?
Go ahead.
13.
You can tell that he's more unsure how to respond to this,
That's
and he's
fine.
more like, get away from me.
Yeah. I head back. First of all, want to make sure I wasn't being followed.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
So, 14.
Yes, you can tell that somebody is following you.
I believe I found the reason we are here. Quietly. But just in case, I'm keeping the boys.
So, okay, so you go inside the house?
I am in the house. They were looking at me. I assumed I was inside. My bad.
Can I please roll to see if I can tell the body language of them and everything?
Disadvantage on the insight.
You cannot hear that.
I know.
Gosh. No, I can't hear you without my glasses.
15? Oh yeah, you start watching their body language and it looks to be real serious. Like, this is a serious matter. How frantic Menage is.
So I'm gonna start like walking around a little bit louder and everything, and trying to like just clean up the house, make some noise for them.
Forcing you guys to talk a little louder, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Sword drop. Now! I'm helping.
I mean, useful.
Guard outside. What's going on there? Are they building a Trojan horse? Kill him.
Kill them all. We're done.
She makes like this little palm-sized, like Trojan, like horse stick figure.
Puts it outside.
I'm gonna borrow his tool, his wood.
You hear Nail being a little bit louder than normal, and it looks like to be this intention behind it.
Yeah. I found the cause of the massacre. It's an animal with tracks out a few hours. Probably more.
Animals rarely pin people to the ground. Well, I
Not
take that back.
the one that's here. This specific one is a beast among animals. It's smart, is what I will say. I know somewhat about it, but not enough to paint an accurate picture. All I know is I know where it went. And I point towards direction. 3 or 4 hours that way, perhaps. Probably more.
So we're going to take it down?
Yes.
Is this perhaps the thing
Took the village?
that we saw notions of anywhere?
What?
Do we all know of this?
Do we all know this? I don't believe
The creature?
you wouldn't know it. I hope. I just know where to find it. It wasn't... What I'm trying to say is the gashes in the dead corpses wasn't human-made. Animal in nature. And I know where to follow it. We have to make sure the trail doesn't go cold, though.
Don't we have to report back to
That will take days.
the...
We should probably deal with the threat at hand first. We just fought a dragon. If we can fight that, we should be ready for anything.
But a bit farther than we think.
It's a bit farther.
Yes.
Shay, question. The way the tracks was going, the way we came in, how's it look?
The weather outside is fine. There's no blizzard, there's no craziness. You can tell that the tracks, though, it's about, from point A to point B, is about an hour away into the tree line of Svidjad.
We should be fine for a way there. Should be an hour.
Do you say so?
But if do one so we can ignore it entirely, but I'd recommend against it.
That would mean if we can get a safe distance, I guess.
Do you want to go slowly, early?
The sooner we can get out of here, the better.
Let's do it. We should head that way then, shouldn't we?
Do you think so?
We should keep watch too.
I look towards Nail.
I'm gonna kind of tap out the fire enough to where it can kind of just burn without burning anything.
Okay.
You don't need to make another fire in this town.
Is there a way out that doesn't include the front door?
You could probably take one of the 3 windows.
Is that facing towards where we need to escape from?
One is, yes.
Go ahead and take a look outside that window.
Yeah, you open it up, you see that there's like this 10-foot drop off, and in the distance, facing south, you can see the Great Woods of Svidjog.
I still have rope. I'm gonna.
I don't know that. You're deaf. Anyway, I'm going to look to see if there's anything I can quickly tie it to without doing it.
Bed, possible wardrobe.
Okay. Make sure we're not being watched at the moment.
I've been looking up this whole time, pretty much. I mean, not while we were talking, because I was sitting down there listening, but
Looks like nobody's approaching. They're staying a distance away. One person is always keeping an eye on the place, though.
But are they looking inside the windows? What am I
No,
saying?
they're a distance away. They're looking like maybe 40, 50 feet away.
Can you tell that if they could see behind the house that or anything?
So we're just.
I just don't know what side of the building they're on.
The majority on the other side, so 3 out of the 4 sides looks like can be seen. The side that you have open, you don't see anybody as you look at it, as it's on the edge of the village.
It'd be just suspicious if we disappeared through the town. Let's use our back escape, probably.
I was going to say, if you need to, I can go and just walk and look like I'm going to get firewood.
We can do that if you wish. But I'd say it's a lot better of a chance we don't get seen if we
That's
go
what you
that
think?
way.
Yeah, let's go.
do you think they're going to stop us from leaving?
Not like
I don't think they'll let us come back.
they don't have much reason to.
If we leave without them knowing, you think they're going to let us come back?
Valid point.
Just
Let's make it easy.
let's wait till morning, sleep in a comfortable place, not out in the woods, and then we'll track down this beast of yours.
Will the tracks be gone by then, you think?
No.
No.
Do you know how the weather is? No, it should hold up.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I wish to make a carved statue.
Let's see it.
I will then go grab more firewood.
It's a protection charm first to die.
What do I add to this?
Dexterity based, and if you're proficient with it, then you have to have wood carving.
Right, 20.
You're not sure what's better, the handle or this perfect representation with maybe 1 or 2 flaws of Malzahar.
Alright, cool.
Before I go to bed,
I want to make the arrow. I want to try and make hers. Try and keep her.
okay. I think my goal right now, is to work on. Actually, I'm tired. I'm not doing that. I lied. I am exhausted.
Also, is there anything cool in the house?
No, but this looks to be a basic house with the basic stuff. You have a bed in there, you have a hearth in the middle, you have maybe 1 or 2 like these makeshift dressers or wardrobes that they would just stack baskets of food on. There's a table. There is a support beam at one edge of the house, and somebody looked like they took this rope like net and hung it between 3 spots. And you see a few items and stuff in there, such as like, wrapped up furs or things, just nothing, the mundane.
Yeah, that stuff's cool.
Yeah.
So is there stuff to keep warm for the people who can't keep warm?
Yes, furs, blankets, stuff like that.
So I want to grab stuff that they are missing while I'm on watch the first time, and basically I'm just going to set it by them like Santa Claus. They're gonna wake up to gifts.
Merry
On that bed.
Christmas. Yeah.
As everyone's sleeping, everyone is, or
I want to sleep in a spot where I can't be seen through most windows.
Okay.
If any window.
you find one spot that seems to be the best without actually anybody peering in.
In case someone walks in here while we're sleeping.
Also, hardly. I want the bed.
I'm already sleeping on the bed. I just
We can share. We can share.
Don't use a bed roll.
It's kind of what I'm doing, just kind of in the corner.
Because I don't think we're exposed to the harsh cold tonight.
No, you are not exposed to the harsh cold. You are in a village, so you actually.
Yeah, so no tent. No tent.
What are you taking? Where are you sleeping at?
Wherever she was sleeping when I wake her up for watch. I'll just take her spot.
Uh,
Is there enough to fill them up with what they're missing? And then also, I don't know what I'm missing, per se.
I mean, you're fine though, right? You're not.
As long as we can find stuff.
Yeah, you're. I'd say you're fine. You're fine in there. You each got your
I have
your
a
own.
neck slot.
Oh, when it comes to that stuff, no, you don't. You don't have any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's what I was taught. That's what I was
I
saying.
was confused in the matter. I thought you were just looking at many items.
We have blankets
You
though.
said there was furs and
Yeah,
stuff,
I'm
so I
saying-
didn't know if there.
Yeah, there's three types of fur. Three of the same fur. All deer fur. It's like somebody just didn't sell that off, if that's what you're asking. But no actual warm gear.
So these houses haven't been picked clean.
Just abandoned. You find. Go ahead and roll me an investigation or perception check.
Love pop boys.
Hello, Annie.
Now 11.
You do find 3 pounds of food that you can make 3 rations out of. You do find the 3 pelts. You do find a leer and like a lyre. Yeah,
No drum though.
no drum. Sorry, you're a little high enough for the drum. I know. Apologies. Other than that, you do also find 2 pounds of wheat.
I just pile up the furs by her. I leave the food by the fire. Eat my filthiness. There's only 1 pound of food left. Yeah, that's right. I ain't using no rations. Yeah, and then I'll go wake her up.
The night was peaceful and out of the weather. You all find comfort and warmth in the walls of this home. The one who lived here knew what they liked. It was positioned to face north, while the south had a 10-foot drop-off that overlooked the great forest. You sleep deeply. It's Savannah, right before your shift ends. You hear some movement on the outside of the house. It's subtle, like they're trying to be quiet. The first attention is the door, as it becomes more something pressed up against it, followed by 2 of the 3 windows.
I'm gonna try to push open a window.
And you go up to one of the windows, try to push on it. You shouldn't take this much resistance.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start screaming, "Wake up! Wake up!"
Perceptions, everybody?
Not you.
You can't hear.
I don't know.
This
not
is she's
even.
deaf.
She's
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't hear shit.
11.
Perception? I got a 19.
I'm just dead in blankets.
Menage, you do wake up.
What? What is it?
They're blocking us in, and then I'm moving to the bed to wake them 2 up.
Everybody wakes up. By the time you wake up, you hear what sounds to be a fire. It sounds loud. As the temperature a little bit too warm for your liking.
Let me go. As I will quickly tie the rope to the wardrobe, open the back window, throw the rope out.
A faint black smoke appearing in the dead center of the middle of the ceiling.
Yeah, go. Hey, we're going.
Athletics check, everybody. DC is set.
Sure, I want to try to climb around the side of the house.
Athletics?
Instead of down the rope, I'm gonna climb out and try to climb around the side.
I'm gonna take my time. That's okay. To help me a little bit.
When I get,
Because I ain't good at it.
I was saying when I get to the bottom,
I'm going to be the last one to go, basically.
Oh,
just-
thank goodness.
Yeah.
I will
Because
keep my arms open.
I assume you guys.
Yeah.
I assume you guys are going out first, and then we were gonna fight for whoever went last, and we're like, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm prepared
I'm
to catch
going
somebody.
last. Go.
I'm prepared to catch somebody.
So that's
Everyone was saying,
15. Athletics.
I would like
Can it be
20.
acrobatics?
still why are we being burned?
Uh,
What you guys do?
9.
Starting with you. You out the window, going down the rope, followed by you. Easier time through the window. Pretty much just use the rope as a guy can jump down. Followed by Menage. A little bit of struggle. Easy.
Going last.
Yeah,
Oh, you're going
When
last?
I get to the bottom, I'm
Mal-
ready to catch somebody.
Malzahar, as he starts to go out the window, he gets halfway and he sees like, okay, he's gonna grab the rope and just whoop. Go ahead and make strength checks.
Abby, do you want me to?
Both of you are rolling.
I believe you have disadvantage as well.
Strange.
Do I?
Because exhaustion.
Oh, all
I
is
thought
gone.
we did.
Exhaustion's gone.
Oh, dope.
13.
They got
Oh
cleared
yeah,
up.
I rolled
you can do all
disadvantage.
that stuff now.
Okay. Bullshit.
Malzahar falls out the window. It's only 10 feet, but still you both managed to catch him. Just, and he does not weigh a lot. Oh yeah, my hero. Svenner, what'd you get?
3.
You start making your way out the window, trying to do the crawl to the
Because
side.
I'm more worried about that than everything else. Yeah.
You see Malzahar as he falls, and it's just enough of the flick and lose contact with the side as you also fall.
I'm ready to catch someone else.
Disadvantage for you then, both of you.
Seven.
You're all
13.
I was gonna ask if I can make an acrobatics roll with
Make
it.
an acrobatics too.
16.
Okay. Yeah, you go for the fall as you're going down. Nail, as you more of assist on Malzahar, you see him as you push this aside as you lessen the blow as Svenner comes down, falling right into the snow. And what did you get, bud?
So, I got 9. Okay.
You see the two examples. You're
I've got. And then
10 feet, not so bad.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall, right? So I'm already ready to catch myself. But I'm gonna keep going. Just,
It's 10 feet. You're just down.
okay. It wasn't that hard. What happened?
I climbed back up the rope.
You can see the building becoming more on fire. Climb back up the rope. Athletics check?
Yeah, I'm trying to climb around the side. My first roll was a 4. I forgot about the +1. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So this was a 14. Or this is a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you get up easily on the rope as you start climbing on the side. Yeah, you make your way to the corner of the side of the building.
Do I see any guards?
Perception.
they all ran away.
Why is he climbing back up?
While looking from where you are at, you can see that a lot of the roof is starting to get on fire, usually from the north side, and it's eating its way south relatively fast because of the thatch building. Looking out, you do see 3 guards from your location. One of them is still holding a torch, while another one is holding an axe in his hand and a shield ready, just looking toward the house, not paying any attention to you.
How far away?
The closest guard, about 20 feet.
I'm throwing a dart at that motherfucker.
I'm already starting to move towards the woods.
Oh,
Advantage.
I'm looking for the trail.
Neutral, because you're throwing a dart while clinging to the side of a roof, or the side of a building.
So am I like all the way up the building?
You're on the side of the building on the corner, right where the roof is meets the house, that little corner, right there. From where you are, there is a fence that extends out 10 feet from that corner out, like preventing anybody from falling off.
Okay, so I'm okay. I would have tried to climb over the side of the fence, but it doesn't matter too much. I'll still try to throw my dart.
Yeah, we're just I'm fully getting ready to start.
That's attack rolls are ability checks, right? That's a 9.
You take your dart and you throw it. You see one of the guards, like once the sound already connects to the ground, you see him like do the subtle duck as he's looking around, paying attention to the house. His guard's up more than he's watching. Looks like he's looking at the windows.
I'm throwing one more dart and then just cooking.
While he's doing this,
Yeah, I don't care what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
I want to know where the trail is and start following it.
Alright, so real quick.
Yeah, me and you are kind of just like.
That's 17.
Oh wait.
Because I don't really know what's going on either.
That is a. Yeah, you find it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just
Follow the trail.
wait.
Yeah, you look and you see the trail.
We're gonna space ourselves a little bit here.
Now you watch as Svenner on the corner takes a dart out and throws it. You see nothing has happened. He goes, grabs another one.
Fuck them! I'm waiting for Snyder.
Are you guys waiting? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, we put a little distance between the house and us.
I have not.
Enough to where they can't just immediately.
You throw it at another guard who's a little bit farther, more 30 feet away, as that one was starting to walk around. You throw it, missing completely. Again, you're ding, ding, and the guard.
I'm so mad.
Do another one!
I'm not doing
Aw.
Nope, I'm gonna take that as a sign of the gods. And these guys are meant for more ill fate than I can dish out. I'll just drop down and jog to catch up to them. I don't see anything.
All right. Drop down, start running through the snow at night.
I signal for memory to follow.
So
Memory is high in the sky, but falling overhead.
while they're running, I'm going to be behind, trying to cover up the tracks.
With what?
My hands, or like my feet, just shuffle it maybe.
Okay.
Just wait till we get to the woods.
Can't hear us.
Fuck. I'll run back to where I'm fast. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder. I'm just gonna do this and come towards the woods.
I'm gonna follow. Oh no shit.
You follow the tracks into the forest.
Once we get to the forest, I'm gonna give her like a quick thing. I'm gonna grab like tree branches, and shuffle up the snow a little bit better, so it looks like maybe something passed through here. Maybe it was a weird wind drift. I snap it off and I hold you, and I give it to you, and then as soon as you grab it, I just walk away from you. And so if you want to do it, you can do it. I'm not forcing you to do it.
Trying to follow those Dalmatians.
Dragon, make sure now doesn't get lost when you die hiding.
You follow the tracks into the forest. It must have been a mile till you notice something new. A forgotten hut. It was 10 feet off the ground with a staircase leading up to an old wooden door. Part of the house, the back end, was inside a withered tree. You note a pleasant odor and smoke coming from the chimney. The tracks veer off and disappear into some underbrush.
I recognize this place, Missouri.
You have a feeling you recognize this place.
Everyone quiet.
I'll kind of just like. Try.
That looks like a 1 from here.
You're right. It's nerves that get me this time around, as I get an 8.
What are you doing?
Quietly as possible. Hey, Shay, I would like to recollect that story that borrowed so many from the hut back in Wilderness. The one you told about the lady.
Put the face on the tree.
Yeah.
You try to recollect the tale, and I mean, this is kind of on you, man.
that's
You
fair.
take notes.
I'm just making sure.
It doesn't. It could potentially.
It could be.
It
That's
could.
what
That's
I'm
the
looking
thing.
for.
Tales,
It could be.
tales, legends, and lore comes from things like this.
Dragons were tails. Guess what?
Like this is. In your
I wasn't
mind,
paying much attention at the time because
super
tails aren't a thing.
suspicious.
Because tails aren't things. So yeah. Alright, quietly go up to the hut. As quiet as possible.
Well, with that 8, let's see how you do. You go. Every step you take on that staircase is a loud creak. No matter how you place it, no matter even to the ends where you could probably find they put nails in, just that creak.
Just moves like a normal human.
I'll take the head of this. As I go up to the door, readying myself for a bunch of pain I'm about to feel, and I knock on it.
The door swings open.
I brace myself.
Inside the hut was much bigger than it appeared on the outside. There was 5 rooms, similar to that of a longhouse. 2 flanking each other and 1 at the opposite end. In the middle burned a stone hearth. Its light covered the rest of the place. Candles and fetishes were scattered about. Designs of mythological beasts were etched into the wooden archways. A feeling of dark theater lingers in the air like a bad omen. At the far end, in the 5th room, was a woman stirring a cauldron. She looked young, her hair short and auburn like the fall leaves. A crown of antlers rests on her head. A tattoo marks her bottom lip. She wore a mesh of fox pelts and cloth. She displayed her legs, both inked with Futhark runes. You see her, like, as the door swings open. Yevon, for the last time. 40 silver for the potion for that itch that thrall gave you. Oh,
Pleasure.
you're not who I thought you were.
Of course.
My name is Don Vecke. What brings you here?
Pleasure. Just so happens that I'm from a shrine nearby.
You don't have to lie to me. I know every person in that village, and you are not familiar.
A trail.
She has a subtle walk toward you as she's more curious. You guys are unsure what's happening as he's standing in the doorway.
As
You see her legs begin to glow.
Like I'm hesitantly leaning back.
You see as her hands draw forward. Come. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Actually, I'm gonna say, if it takes too long, I'm gonna walk up there.
Actually, I'm not. 23 would say otherwise.
23. You feel a pull on you. It's powerful. And you have an idea of what this individual is. She continues to strut towards you as you feel that pull go to you, but you resist its effects.
No. I'd rather talk before fight.
That wasn't an answer.
I pull my bow and shoot.
All right. As you pull your bow and you get ready to shoot, memory comes in and diverts your aim, forcing you to fire it off in a different direction. Your white raven comes into the middle of the room, and you see her stop and look at it. Ewan, what are you doing here? Oh, my apologies. I've been rude to you. Please come in. And she starts petting Memory right under his beak as he's enjoying the touch.
As soon as I saw
Before
him
we
pull
go
off
too
the
much
bow,
further,
I'm
Yeah.
going.
This is a pretty good stopping point. It's 9.
I was hoping to get past this, but yeah, it'll probably take another half an hour.
Alright. Next up?
Yeah, we can do it. Let's stop right here. Let's call it a game. Yeah, go ahead and level up, guys. That's a level up.
Before this interaction.
It's gonna be after the interaction.